Hello, everyone. Welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Bold and the Beautiful recap is in for Friday, October 17th, 2025. In today's episode, Deke Sharp, Harrison Cohn, gets to know Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace. Hope Logan, Annika Noel, picks the winning portfolio. Plus, Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, and John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, tell Penelope, Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park, that Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, is alive and pregnant. At the mansion, Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, freaks out to Bill Spencer, Don Diamont, and Katie Logan, Heather Tom. The young man is worried about Electra bailing on him. Katie says she's sticking around now, so there's no reason to worry. However, Will says that he just can't lose Electra over Luna's trickery. Bill takes responsibility, but Katie blames Lee. Lee is at the hospital working in her office. Finn enters and Lee instantly braces herself. The younger doctor tells his mother, Luna is alive because of you. Lee tries to explain she was trying to help. Poppy barges in and says Finn summoned her there. Finn says that Luna is alive. Poppy thinks he's joking, but the doctor saw Luna himself. It's true. Lee lied about Luna dying and gave her a second chance. Poppy is horrified and repulsed that her daughter is alive. Poppy bashes Lee and then demands to know where Luna is. Finn says she's back in prison. The mother smiles because that's where Luna belongs. There's more, though, Finn says. They are going to be grandparents. Poppy assumes Luna had a fling. Finn says that the baby belongs to Will. At Forrester Creations, Deke runs into Electra, so he introduces himself. Deke explains that Hope Logan, Annika Noel, is busy going through designer portfolios. Deke mentions he just finished design school. Electra asks if he's going to ask Hope for a job. However, he explains that he wants to prove his worth. Deke gushes about Electra's jewelry designs. Deke then tells her a secret, that he slipped his portfolio into the stack of applications. Later, Will rushes in and asks Electra how he really feels about Luna's pregnancy. Hope, Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kay, Brooke Logan Forrester, Catherine Kelly Lang, and Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, find a winning portfolio. It's like the designer just knows her. She can't wait to find out who this designer is. Carter gives her the designer's phone number, and she gets ready to call. Deke gets the call and tells Electra that Hope wants to see him. She wishes him luck. Deke enters the CEO office, confusing everyone. Deke says the designs are his. He didn't mention it before because he didn't want special treatment. Ridge tells Deke, "Welcome to Forrester Creations." Friday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, October 17th, didn't hold back. It was pure, unfiltered Forrester drama with enough tension to power the LA skyline. Between shocking revelations, unlikely alliances, and some jaw-dropping design brilliance, the hour left viewers clutching their remotes and gasping for more. Today, the spotlight spun between three emotional fronts: Poppy's unexpected confrontation that left her speechless, a growing and dangerous bond forming between Deke and Electra, and Hope's dazzling creative breakthrough that left everyone in awe. The episode opened in classic B&B style, with soft piano notes playing under a storm brewing at Forrester Creations. Poppy, Romy Park, had been summoned to the executive office by Ridge, Thorsten Kay, who wore the kind of look that meant business. She assumed it was about Luna's situation, the lingering scandal that's still casting a shadow over everyone involved, but it turned out to be something much deeper. "Poppy, before you sit down, there's something you need to see," Ridge began, gesturing to a confidential file on his desk. Brooke, Catherine Kelly Lang, hovered nearby, arms crossed but sympathetic, clearly uneasy about what was coming. Poppy's smile faltered as she opened the folder and began scanning the paperwork. Her jaw dropped instantly, her eyes darting from Ridge to Brooke. This can't be right," she stammered, her voice trembling. Brooke exhaled softly. It's the DNA test, Poppy. The one you didn't want to see. Ridge added, we had to know the truth for the company, for the family, for Luna. The bombshell? According to the results, the man Poppy thought was Luna's father might not be after all. The revelation rocked her to her core. All these years, she'd convinced herself that the truth didn't matter, that her past was best left untouched. But now the truth had been forced into the light, and it was even more complicated than she'd ever imagined. Who is he then? Poppy demanded, clutching the folder like it might burn her fingers. Ridge hesitated, his tone grave. We don't know yet, he admitted. But what's in that report suggests that someone else connected to this company. Could be Luna's biological father. Brooke's gaze flickered. Was it guilt, recognition, or something more? Whatever it was, Poppy saw it. Brooke, she said slowly, eyes narrowing. You know something, don't you? Brooke hesitated, then said softly, let's just say, the past has a way of catching up with all of us. Poppy. It was the perfect setup for a Friday cliffhanger. Poppy's world turned upside down, and viewers left wondering who Luna's real father might be. Meanwhile, at Il Giardino, sparks were flying, and not the romantic candlelight kind. Deke, Sean Kanan, was behind the bar, pretending to polish glasses but clearly distracted. Enter Electra, Juliet Goglia, strutting in with her usual mix of attitude and vulnerability. She wore her power like perfume, intoxicating and dangerous. The second she spotted Deke, her smirk softened. You look like a man who could use some company, she purred, sliding onto a bar stool. Deke chuckled. And you look like a woman who always gets what she wants. Oh, I do, she said, leaning closer. But right now, what I want is a drink and a conversation. The two began talking, first about small things. Life in LA, working at Forrester, the endless gossip that seems to orbit the company. But the conversation soon turned personal. Electra admitted she felt isolated, even after her recent power moves. They all think I'm the villain, she said bitterly. Steffi, Hope, even Finn. They look at me like I'm some kind of monster. But no one ever asks why I do what I do. Deke studied her carefully. Maybe because they're afraid of what they'll find out, he said. That struck a chord. Her expression softened, a flicker of real vulnerability breaking through. You sound like a man who's been judged too, she murmured. Deke nodded. Oh, I've been judged plenty. By everyone, even my own daughter. But sometimes, the people who make the biggest mistakes are the ones who've lived the hardest lives. It was a surprisingly tender moment. Two broken souls connecting over shared regret and misunderstood hearts. Electra reached out and touched his hand. You get it, she whispered. You actually get it. And there it was, that charged pause, the one B&B fans live for. But Deke hesitated, pulling his hand back gently. Careful, Electra, he said, voice low but intense. People like us? We burn bright and fast, and when we crash, it's usually ugly. Her smile returned. Slow, sly, dangerous. Then maybe we should stop pretending we're afraid of the fire. Whether this was the beginning of a genuine connection or a combustible alliance remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure. The chemistry between Deke and Electra is undeniable, and deeply dangerous. Back at Forrester Creations, Hope, Annika Noel, had her own moment to shine, literally and figuratively. After weeks of professional uncertainty and creative block, she finally stepped back into her design studio, determined to reclaim her magic. The scene began with her sketching alone, a familiar visual callback to the early hope for the future days. Her mind raced with flashes of inspiration, color, fabric, emotion. She'd been struggling to find her voice again after losing Thomas and facing the fallout from Luna's scandal. But something clicked. She stood up, pinned a swath of fabric to a mannequin, and began draping with precision and passion. The camera lingered on her face, focused, glowing, fierce. Just then, Zende, Delon de Metz, walked in, carrying a folder. He froze mid-step, jaw slack. Whoa, Hope! What is that? Hope turned, smiling for the first time in weeks. "It's the new line," she said. "Not just hope for the future. It's hope reborn." Zende stepped closer, studying the design. "It's stunning. You've never done anything like this before." "I needed to stop designing for what people expected," she said softly, "and start designing for who I am now. For everything I've lost, and everything I'm still fighting for." Ridge and Brooke soon joined the scene, summoned by Zende's enthusiasm. When they entered, they were momentarily speechless. Ridge circled the mannequin like a man inspecting a masterpiece. "Hope, this is incredible. You've captured something, raw, elegant, fearless." Brooke's eyes welled with tears. "It's you, sweetheart. It's your heart on fabric." Forrester Creations hadn't seen energy like this in months. The room buzzed with excitement. Brooke snapping photos, Zende grinning like a proud partner, and Ridge already talking about a new showcase. But the moment turned unexpectedly emotional when Hope looked toward a sketch of Thomas pinned on the wall. Her silent muse, the man whose absence she still feels deeply. "I wish he could see this," she murmured. "He'd understand what it means." Brooke hugged her, whispering, "He'd be proud, honey." "We all are." Meanwhile, back at Il Giardino, the bond between Deke and Electra took an intriguing turn. As the night wore on, Electra grew more candid, revealing snippets of her vendetta against Luna, her tension with Finn, and her unrelenting desire to prove herself. But Deke, ever the survivor, sensed the danger in her tone. "Electra, revenge doesn't fill the hole. Trust me, I've spent years trying to make up for the things I've done wrong. All it ever gets you is more pain." She tilted her head, smirking. "Maybe I'm not trying to fill it. Maybe I'm trying to own it." The line hung in the air, poetic and defiant, the very essence of Electra's character. But when she rose to leave, Deke caught her arm. "You're playing with fire," he warned again. "Don't drag me into it." She smiled, the kind of smile that said it was already too late. "Oh, Deke," she teased, brushing his cheek lightly. "You were in it the second you listened." As she walked out, the camera lingered on Deke's face, conflicted, haunted. The man who once thought he could outrun his demons now found himself drawn to someone who was one. The episode's closing moments circled back to Poppy, sitting alone in the Forrester office, staring at the DNA report. Her eyes were red, her hands shaking. She whispered almost to herself, "If it's not Bill, then who?" Just then, the door creaked open, and the camera revealed a shadowy figure standing in the doorway. "Poppy," the voice said softly, familiar and unsettling. Her head snapped up, and her face froze. "You?" she gasped. Cut to black. Friday's episode brilliantly balanced emotion and intrigue. Each storyline advanced in subtle yet powerful ways, promising major fallout in the week ahead. Poppy's revelation opens the door for a massive paternity twist. Could Ridge, Deacon, or even someone long gone from LA be Luna's real father? The emotional ripple effect could alter the entire power dynamic at Forrester. Deke and Electra's connection is dangerous, seductive, and filled with narrative potential. Whether it turns romantic or criminal, their alliance threatens to pull both into a spiral of manipulation. Hope's creative rebirth marks a turning point for her character. She's reclaiming her confidence and independence, setting up a potential clash with Steffi, or even a new romantic interest down the line. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Bold and Beautiful Update YouTube channel for more update news.